What attracted me to ACP was the fact that it was a national organization that allowed me to network with other people that were involved in the idea of business continuity, disaster preparedness, emergency management. To be able to share my story and other people's story and to learn from that was very, very important to me. And so ACP offered me an opportunity that wasn't available to me just on a parish level or a state level or regional level. It offered me opportunities both around the country and around the world. So that I found that was extremely beneficial for us.
A collection of very, very passionate individuals that believed in the same thing that I did in attempting to make a difference, to make people's lives safer and more secure through contingency planning.
What attracted me to ACP was that I had just retired and I still wanted to be active in the profession. And I received a call from the local ACP chapter president inviting me to one of the chapter meetings, and I thought this was a really good way to stay in touch with people in the industry and try to give back too, because I had been in the industry for quite a while.
Well, originally I heard about ACP that I was a traveling consultant, and so the only people that I knew that did business continuity were the people I worked with, so I wasn't expanding my horizons. So when I ended up staying in town for a while in Dallas, I joined ACP just to broaden my horizons.
It's the only national organization. The extent of knowledge that you'll get from a limited group of people on a local basis, not that it's not good, and some people live in large metropolitan areas where there's a more diverse and extensive group of professionals, but the national networking, the knowledge that goes into our webinars, and the draw that we have because of the size of the organization, we get the best minds that do this all the time, and you won't match that anywhere else.
ACP is a very unique proposition for people. We are a national organization. We reach people obviously from coast to coast and outside the parameters of the United States. There really is nobody else that offers that. And there are certainly regional organizations that look at what happens in the southeastern United States as an example. But through ACP, I had the advantage of picking up the phone and calling my counterparts up in the Northwest and say, talk to me about that volcanic explosion. Or people who have worked with things offshore and say, you know, tell me about that earthquake and the tsunami in Japan and what impact did that have on your supply chain. You're not going to find that with a lot of these smaller organizations. You really need to belong to a larger national type organization to have that kind of exposure.
Well, ACP is a member-driven organization that is exclusively for the BCDR emergency management professional. There is no one else like us on our scale. With somewhere around 2,400 members, we are the largest in North America, and we plan to continue to grow. So in terms of leveraging the benefits that we provide, local associations just don't provide that set of benefits that I believe ACP brings.
Because ACP is a national organization. You can have a lot of local organizations, you can have a lot of clubs back out there, there are a lot of other entities that exist around in which they have gatherings of people. They're kind of like a networking club or people that are back in there. But when you're a member of ACP, you're beyond just your local club, but your local gathering of people. You're part of a national organization and a national platform, and your ability to be able to reach not only other people in the country, but people outside, because you have that presence. People come to you, you are a voice. And it's important to share that perspective. And so the difference that I think ACP brings is that we bring that national platform to our members, okay? That many local organizations or other organizations that exist don't have that. Their reach is just in their area, whether it's their city or their region. If you're an ACP, your reach is right now across the United States and soon to be across the world.
A lot of people talk about networking. I think the key thing is an opportunity to have a forum to hear some of the most critical aspects in our profession, but at the same time, potential solutions that we could use for our own and our own companies.
And there's a chance for leadership. All of us are conscious of the points we need to acquire each year to maintain our certifications. And I get those from my chapter involvement, attending chapter meetings. And besides that, just the amount of information that's been freely given by people making presentations, by people at open forums, in group discussions.
Besides the networking is still paramount. We've got webinars, we've got a library full of really good, not just historical data, but best practices, real practices, not just textbook lists of what should be done, but the actual examples of how it worked and what worked well and what didn't work well. Again, that's just sharing of knowledge. It's just incredibly valuable.
The idea of a national organization is tremendously important to me, that I can go to a conference and meet people from around the country and talk to them and talk about their experiences and talk about what they've learned, what they haven't learned. The ideas of bringing in new blood, new ideas, what has worked for you, what hasn't worked for you. The idea that we can bring our experiences to other places and say, this is what we learned and you may not want to do this.